Norman defeated.
Oh well.
Now these 9 men from across the globe stand on the doorstep of history.
Bring them on!
Each one now a millionaire. Each one knowing that within their grasp lies the World Championship bracelet and $7.5 million.
Yes!
It's a lot of money. First prize will change my life 7 times more than what $1 million does.
It's a life-changing number, but the bracelet would be pretty nice.
I mean, I'm happy with $1 million, but I'm gonna go for the win.
The wait is over.
I don't believe it!
The final table is now. Welcome to the final table of the main event of the World Series of Poker, presented by Milwaukee's Best Life. History about to unfold here at Binion's, where inside mobs of people are trying to get the toughest ticket in town, a seat alongside tonight's final table. For 35 years, poker's world champion has been crowned here at Binion's, and now one of these 9 men will have their image placed among the gallery of champions. Tonight, we finally anoint a new world champion.
Hello, everybody. I'm Lon McCarron, along with Norman Chad. Everyone at our final table today has 2 things in common. They're now all millionaires, and they want more. There's quite a mixed bag of personalities and expertise amidst the final 9, yet only one will walk away with $7.5 million.
What a mixed bag it is, Lon. We have an ex-truck driver, an ex-loan officer, and an ex-chiropractor, a law student, a bar owner, a CPA, a charity worker, and a magician. Plus one other unmistakable presence at this table, Mike the Mouth Matusow, who's got to be the favorite to either blow by this group or just blow up.
Mike Matusow is the only bracelet winner at this table. He's got 7.3 million chips.
Can I cash out?
Sorry, can't cash out, Mike. Our chip leader is the giant killer, Aaron Kanter, with 10.5 million. There's Tex Barch, second in chips. He lets those chips do the talking. $1 million behind him, Andrew Black, solid, aggressive, Irish. Next is Steve Dannenmann, this year's guy next door.
Who'll probably move into a bigger house if he wins.
The Aussie came a long way, Joseph Hachem. He's got noisy friends with him, too. Yeah. There's Daniel Bergsdorf, 5.2 million in chips. And Scott Lazar, watch him closely. He's a professional magician. And there's Brad Kondracki, our short stack, 1.4 million chips.
It's not the youngest of the young guns here, but there's only one player at the table over 40, Scott Lazar, and he's our senior citizen at age 42.
On the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, Steve Dannenmann with pocket jacks.
He was supposed to leave today for Ocean City, Maryland for vacation. He'll lose his room deposit, but now he can afford it.
A raise to $250,000. Scott Lazar with pocket aces. Welcome to the final table. He's got a double check.
I raise.
Re-raise.
Lazar will re-raise. It is $1 million now to Joseph Hachem.
That's a real raise.
That is a final table raise. Andrew Black will fold. Tex Barch, second in chips, says no thanks, too rich. Now over to Mike Matusow. Matusow with one. Oh, Matusow with pocket kings now to open up.
Oh, and his kings could hit a brutal roadblock. Lazar's pocket aces.
I'm all in.
And Matusow moves all his chips in. Aaron Kanter has him covered, so Matusow is all in.
Geez, we have just only started.
So Kanter folds, so does Kondracki. Now action on the jacks of Dannenmann.
Dannenmann might be thinking, well, one of these 2 guys probably has me beat. I'm in for only $250,000. I got $5 million in front of me. Let's laugh off the $250,000, and maybe live for another hand.
He does fold.
I call.
Lazar is right there, of course, with the call. Oh, and look at Mike Matusow, who opened up with kings.
It's up to them. It's up to the gods.
It's about normal for me, right?
It's up to the gods.
Go get him!
Scott Lazar's dad, Stewart.
At Jacks.
It's about normal for me, though. Cooler.
What a showdown to start this championship table. Aces versus kings.
And Matusow just feels snake bit again.
Matusow's mom and brother now with everyone else ready to watch the flop. Time!
Yeah! One time!
Matusow gets a set!
One time!
Wow!
And that will send Scott Lazar all but out of here.
Maybe the quickest disappearing act of his career for the magician. And now the turn card. It's a deuce of hearts. A little light now for Lazar.
And Matusow acting as if Kondracki has just lost the hand. Lazar has picked up the nut flush draw to give him more of a shot. Matusow can't bear the watch. Lazar is the one who may be eliminated. Lazar needs an ace or a heart on the river, or he's the first one out of here.
Down the river. Lazar wins it.
Yes! 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 Told me I had it. Oh, he got it.
Matusow cannot believe it. But for Lazar's dad and best friend Bobby Brown, they are thrilled.
I was so unlucky. I got a heart in my hand. This is brutal, dude. Focus. Focus.
The best hand won, right?
Welcome indeed to the main event final table.
How does it happen to me consistently, dude? Am I the unluckiest human ever, or what?
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, how about the cooler? First the cooler, then the miracle, then the
Mike being consoled by two-time bracelet winner Mark Safe.
What dreams are made of.
But what a nightmare beginning to this final table for Mike Matusow.
The 2005 World Series of Poker is presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, brewed for a man's taste. Miller Brewing Company, and in part by Levitra. Ask your doctor about it today. Levitra, when it counts. Toyota, choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward. And Harris Entertainment, home of the world's richest poker tournament.
I am Rocky, I am Rocky, I am Rocky, and now I am on steaming. I'm a steaming rock.
Oh, nobody would blame him after that opening hand, and though we have seen him go off emotionally this week, Mike Matusow has been remarkably steady with his poker play during the main event.
I don't remember my lifetime playing 6 better days of poker in a row. I've developed some kind of patience that I haven't had in about 5 years. I don't know, maybe the stars are lined up for me. You know, I've had a rough year. I mean, there comes a point where you just learn from your mistakes. I got to learn a lot more about life because of all the things I've gone through. I got to learn how important your freedom is in life, how important friends are in life. Things happen for a reason, and it makes me a stronger person, you know? It made me more humble.
Congratulations! The idiot made it through one day of poker.
It made me realize there's a lot more to life than just playing poker.
That's the truth.
I always came here saying, I'm gonna win. They ain't gonna beat me. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. Not this time. I hope I win.
I got chips. I got a shot, man.
If I was to not win this tournament, I swear to you, I'd walk away. You'll just see me smile and say, wow, what a great 6 days I played.
I'm a superstar!
Chances are he's not going to win this tournament, and chances are he's not going to walk away smiling when it happens. His time at Clark County Detention Center may or may not have changed him. We'll have to wait and see.
With the blinds at 50 and 100,000, we've got almost $250,000 in the pot before any cards are dealt. Brad Kondracki with pocket tens, the short stack.
Kondracki, the youngest player here at age 24.
He's going to raise it up. $450,000 to Steve Dannenmann.
The happiest player here at age 38.
Ace Queen. Got the shirt on.
Same shirt since day one.
All in.
And Dannenmann's going to push. Lazar folds. So too Hachem.
How much is it?
Andrew Black asking what the prize is. Steve Dannenmann has about $4.5 million left in the stack right now.
They don't really going after your big blind.
Yeah, no kid. I don't think there's a hand in the deck I'd call with right now.
Barch has him covered, but sounds like he needs to see pocket aces to play, and he's gone.
Now it's back to Brad Kondracki. Does he want to risk all his chips?
Well, he doesn't have that many chips left, so chances are he's going to have to make this call.
Pretty much committed myself there. He knew that.
But he's got to be concerned about Dannenmann, who plays very tight and has played really quality starting cards all week long. He's tough to beat.
Now Dannenmann has put Brad Kondracki to the ultimate test here at the championship table.
What do you want me to do?
Brad looking to his father for advice.
That's one player per hand.
Phone a friend. Yeah. Lifeline, please. Lifeline, please.
No. 50-50.
I have to call.
Kondracki says he's going for it.
It's a no-brainer. I don't care what he has aces, you got to call.
And Kondracki now sees he's in pretty good shape.
And Brad Kondracki in for the rest of his chips.
Good luck, dude.
With a handshake, Dannenmann always wishes his opponent well. Now we go to the flop. Jack, queen, 4. Dannenmann improves, gets a pair of queens.
Though Kondracki falls behind, at least he's picked up a spade draw on that flop.
Got some lifelines.
Got a lot more outs than he started with.
Kondracki needs some outs. He's in danger of being the first one eliminated.
This will be the first time I came back in the tournament.
And now the turn card. Deuce of hearts, Dannenmann a 3-1 advantage going to the river.
The turn, no help for Brad Kondracki. They should get rid of the turn. It never helps me. Kondracki still looking for a 10 or a spade, or he's going home.
River now, 7 of spades! Wow, Brad Kondracki wins the hand. And stays alive.
Kondracki is in law school right now at Penn. Told us that he's probably going back to school.
Well, at least the best hand won again.
Ivy Leaguer got the best of the CPA that time. And Steve Dannenmann always laughing, win or lose. And in the crowd, there's Steve's wife, Anita, and best friend, Jerry Ditzel.
Jerry paid for half of Steve's buy-in and will take half of the winnings at this main event.
On our degree chip count, Steve Dannenmann just over 3 million. The average right now is 6.2 million.
If Matusow doesn't win this thing, Lon, keep your eye on Tex Barch and Andrew Black. There is Barch. He might be a little too conservative, and Black is anything but conservative, but they are indeed the best players here besides the mouth.
And there is Mike Matusow. He's taken 1 hit today. 9-5 off suit.
We have 4 nations represented at this final table.
Matusow going exploring with a raise to 280,000.
The U.S., Australia, Sweden, and Ireland all here.
Well, our U.S. contingent getting out of the way. Lazar folds. Australian Hachem folds as well. On Andrew Black from Ireland, been dubbed the monk for embracing the Buddhist culture in his charitable work years ago. Jack 10, he makes the call.
Hello, sir.
Matusow and Black will go to the flop. Both players get a pair. Black gets a pair of jacks to lead. And he checks.
350.
Matusow comes out with 350,000, and Andrew Black makes the quick call.
But we're seeing Matusow not being rocky here. This is the other Mike Matusow, where he can take any 2 cards and be awful dangerous.
Now it's a 10, and Black has 2 pair.
Million.
And makes it $1 million.
Well, this is the time for Mike to get out of the way, or maybe for Mike to have a blow-up.
High raise.
Wow, is the fuse lit? Mike's going to $2 million.
All in.
And Andrew Black trying to force Matusow all in.
Black wants the home crowd to stay quiet so he can hear the signals. Wouldn't this be Matusow's home crowd, though?
I think I got you.
Andrew Black likes to force his opponents into difficult decisions.
Do you want me to call?
Don't really mind, man.
Really?
Really.
Would a Buddhist charity worker lie?
Matusow reaching.
I'm tired of that move, man. You know, it's like the quarterback using the hard count to try to draw the defense offsides. I don't like it.
Come on, Mike!
Mike kicks it in and rightly folds.
And Matusow sidesteps the potential blowout.
But he gave away over 2.5 million chips to Andrew Black.
I'm showing no more cards this tournament, guys, bluffs or not.
You had me, don't worry.
Seems like everybody's got Mike Matusow's number so far at this championship table. Welcome back to downtown Las Vegas. It is standing room only outside Benny's bullpen. A lot of people waiting for their chance to get inside to watch this exciting final table at the 2005 main event. Mike Matusow, the short stack right now. He's looking at 8-5 of spades. He raises it up $250,000.
We just saw him raise with 9-5 offsuit, and now he's raising with 8-5. He indeed is mixing it up.
Once again, Aaron Kanter, our chip leader, gets out of the way. Over now to Steve Dannenmann. Pocket eights.
Dannenmann's been carrying around a bag with him all week. In it he has Tylenol, a t-shirt, a pair of socks, a Zen of Poker book, and some personal items. I don't want to know what the personal items are.
He makes the call of $250,000.
Thought he might have raised there, put in a little raise, a little tester raise, but he decides just to call.
He is a newcomer at the game. He's here at the championship table, but still, he says, what, third or fourth best in his home game?
Fourth or fifth.
Over to Andrew Black, Jack deuce.
Black in the big blind.
Coast.
And that won't cost him that much more to make the call.
Nah, it's just double his blind, so he figures, I get 2 to 1 on my money, and maybe I'll get lucky on the flop.
3 players to the flop. Dannenmann with his 8s in the lead. It comes out king, 10-9 rainbow. Nobody pairs. Dannenmann still leads.
Nobody gets lucky on the flop. Black did pick up a gut shot straight draw, but he checks.
Matusow checks as well, as does Dannenmann. Now our turn card. Ace of hearts. Dannenmann still good.
Look at the percentages. Matusow's hand is officially a lemon.
Is that 2 hearts there?
Yes, sir.
Check.
Matusow now does not check. 600,000, though he's drawing dead.
But why not? If your opponents are acting like they're allergic to the pot, why not just try to take it?
Steve Dannenmann now with his 8s. He's wary. Both players fold to Matusow.
You guys got me sweating here, boys.
And he shows his cards.
Mike Matusow outplaying his opponent.
I don't think Dannenmann should invite Matusow to his home game.
See, the only way I'm going to get chips today is by finding a way to earn them, because I never get dealt anything. If I do, I get coolered.
Well, the only bracelet winner at this championship table using his experience to pick up some chips. And on our degree chip count, you see Matusow not the short stack, but he's got a long way to go to get that coveted main event bracelet.
This Kondracki kid's just too good looking and has too bright of a future for my tastes. Here's a guy more my speed.
Steve Dannenmann, ace-jack offsuit.
Raise.
Dannenmann's going to raise it up.
Dannenmann says that on a scale of 1 to 10, he is a 7 as a poker player. You usually don't get that much honesty. Most poker players would say on a scale of 1 to 10, they are a 12 as a poker player.
It's 300,000 from Dannenmann on Andrew Black now. No thanks. Tex Barch, still quiet. Now on Mike Matusow. A pocket 10s. Something to play with. And Mike makes the call.
That's why, again, Matusow's so dangerous to play against. You saw him raise a couple times with nothing, and then he'll just call with pocket 10s.
So Matusow and Dannenmann go to the flop. Matusow with a slight advantage with his pocket pair. Now the flop. It's 5 deuce tray. Matusow's 10s are still good, but Dannenmann's ace found some company.
All in.
All in.
And with that straight draw, Dannenmann pushes all in.
And this would force Matusow to go all in. Dannenmann only with an inside straight draw, but he figures that the flop missed Matusow, and he's going to put the pressure on Matusow to make a decision.
Jerry Ditzel, Dannenmann's friend, going, what are you doing with my money here, Steve?
So Dannenmann with a risky move. Now it's easy for us to sit here and go to the mouth, call, call, call. But it is a tough call for the mouth. Dannenmann's raised before and after the flop. Dannenmann has played very tight, and this is for all of Matusow's chips.
And he goes all in.
Great read.
If Matusow hangs on, he's right back in it.
Am I right? Was I right? Do you have a hand? I was right.
He was right indeed. Matusow with the advantage with all his chips in the pot. And that's exactly what a poker player wants to have happen.
Matusow picks off Dannenmann, makes a great read.
Got a couple outs.
Indeed, Dannenmann can hit an ace or a jack. He's got a backdoor flush draw and a gut shot straight draw.
Good luck.
A contrast in attitude between the happy-go-lucky Steve Dannenmann and the brooding Mike Matusow.
Well, the brooding one on the verge of a big double up as we go to the turn.
Now the turn card. Turn is a 4! Dannenmann got the straight, and suddenly Matusow on the brink of elimination.
What a read, dude. I knew he didn't have anything.
Dannenmann's got his straight. Matusow can get the same straight with an ace or 6 on the river and chop the pot.
No justice when I play great. Ain't no justice in poker.
ace or 6, or Matusow's going home.
Now the river card is a 9. Mike Matusow, the first player eliminated from this championship table. The only one with final table experience in the main event.
Jerry Ditzel says, cha-ching.
And Matusow back to mark safe for more consolation.
Be very proud of yourself, man.
First bad beat I ever gave anybody.
The veteran's gone, but the rookie's still alive.
There never will be injustice for me in poker. That's the difference between me and the rest of the world in poker, bro.
For Matusow, one tough beat against Lazar, one bad beat against Dannenmann, and now another year to wait for another shot at this title.
For 9th place, Mike earns $1 million, and true to his word, Matusow leaves with a smile on his face.
The World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. The main event.
Mike Matusow making his exit from Binions.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, guys.
This is the new Mike? Well, at least at this moment, it is an improvement over the old Mike.
Matusow so desperately wanted this main event bracelet, but he goes out with his chin up. So 8 players left at this championship table, including Steve Dannenmann, who actually finished off Mike Matusow, and Scott Lazar, who put a big hurt on Matusow a bit earlier. Every player here admits the main event is a strenuous experience, but Lazar says he's been through tougher times.
When I walked in this room today, I could barely stand. I mean, it really has truly been grueling, mentally and physically. I've stayed pretty focused.
That's okay, boys. It's just a flesh wound.
It's the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life, with the exception of getting sober.
From age 16, Scott has fought his battle with drugs and alcohol. At its worst, Scott's addictions led to a failed marriage and going broke. In the end, it was the damage he had done to his family that pushed Scott to get help. Sober now for 3 years, Scott has found happiness in life, and he now focuses on his relationship with his children.
Yeah, I must be lucky to be sitting here talking to you guys.
That's real emotion there, guys.
Got a great life. If I win this, I don't know what's going to happen. But I would like to take some time off. I just want to be there for my kids over the next 7, 8, 9 years till they graduate and go off on their own. My kids come first. That's my priority.
Scott works for an independent film company now. Before Magic, he was in the garment industry. He told us, you could say I went from rags to riches. That's something you would say, Lon.
Yes, but you said it, Norman. 8 players now, and Brad Kondracki, the short stack. He looks at ace-queen offsuit. And Brad's going to move all in. A little over 1.5 million chips left. Time to take a stand. Scott Lazar, the magician, they make him play with short sleeves. He folds. Pocket 8s for Andrew Black.
Andrew Black with about 13 million in chips. This would be not much more than 10% of his chip stack to call.
And Andrew Black will put Kondracki all in. Brad Kondracki's whole tournament life riding on his ace-queen.
On day 5, Kondracki had 10-9 offsuit. He tried to pick up the blinds with a raise. He went all in against pocket kings and got lucky by making a straight. He's looking for a bit more luck right here.
And we go to our flop. About a coin flip. It comes out king, 9-5. No coin flip anymore. Black a 3-1 advantage. The Kondracki contingent rooting on their man. Andrew Black with a chance to knock off a player. Turn card is a 5, pairs the board, no help to Kondracki.
Not a lot of angles left for Brad Kondracki. He simply needs an ace or a queen, or his main event is over.
Now the river card. 6 of clubs. Black wins the hand. Brad Kondracki eliminated in 8th place. The Irish go crazy. Kondracki's family thrilled to see a solid performance from their man. He exits in 8th place, $1.1 million. That'll cover a lot of law school tuition. And Andrew Black is now our table leader after taking 1.5 million chips from Kondracki.
Brad Kondracki still has his whole life in front of him, Lon. How about the rest of us?
So with Kondracki's exit, everybody here now moves up the pay ladder, including Steve Dannenmann.
And Dannenmann's golfing buddy, Jerry Ditzel, has Pebble Beach on his mind.
Playing it or buying it, Norman? As we look at our chip count, you see the Dannenmann, 6.5 million chips. Joseph Hachem and Bergsdorf, the two short stacks at the table right now. Andrew Black and Tex Barch, Aaron Kanter, 1, 2, and 3.
Those are the two guys to worry about. And then there's Aaron Kanter.
Kanter with Queen 9 of clubs.
I like him, but I don't worry about him.
We've called him the giant killer. He crippled the defending champion Greg Raymer, then knocked out Phil Ivey from the main event. Dannenmann and Lazar fold over to Joseph Hachem.
He's in the big blind.
10-9 offsuit.
Calls.
Doesn't he know anything about Aaron Kanter? Kanter's been knocking off player after player on the river.
He's been at a different table most of the tournament.
Kanter with the lead. The flop is 10-4-5. Hachem now with the lead with 10s.
500,000.
500,000.
That's a $500,000.
Very, very good assertion. And for Aaron Kanter, this is an uncallable flop. But when he crippled Greg Raymer, it was an uncallable flop. And that led to him going all in later in that hand.
Kanter does make the call. Hachem a 4-1 advantage to the turn. Hachem still leads, but Kanter with a draw. Action on Joseph Hachem.
I'll bet.
Bets.
1 million.
1 million is the one.
Hachem with a stack of 1 million.
For Kanter, the jack, maybe the best card he could have seen on the turn other than the queen.
Come on. All in.
I don't know if it was that good. He pushes hard with an up and down straight draw.
Hachem is miffed that he's in this predicament.
Well, give these young guys credit, Lon. They take risks to the point of being reckless, but they keep putting pressure on their opponent. This is for all of Hashem's chips.
Is it time? Time for me to go? Time for me to double up?
If he knew Kanter was on a draw, he would call.
I fold.
Hachem will give it up.
Not time for me to go.
So Joseph Hachem
I don't blame him for going.
gives it up. Aaron Kanter once again. The pressure works. And look at that. The river would have given Kanter the straight.
My goodness, Hachem would have been gone. And this Aaron Kanter, he lives on the river. He should buy a riverboat. It would cut down on his commute.
Kanter's friends trying to get a smile out of him.
Before he can smile, he has to breathe again.
And Aaron Kanter's magical main event continues here at Binion's.
The World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. The main event.
Welcome back to Binion's. Lon McCarron along with Norman Chad. Andrew Black is our chip leader. Aaron Kanter in second. Joseph Hachem with 2.5 million chips is our short stack.
We have a decent chance for a foreign-born winner here. 4 of the 7 remaining players are from outside the U.S.
Aaron Kanter, born in good old California. King Jack offsuit. He's going to call the big blind of 120,000. Scott Lazar folds over to Joseph Hachem from Australia. Ace-4 offsuit.
In the small blind.
And he will make the call on Andrew Black now with pocket fives.
$500,000 raise.
And he raises it up to $500,000.
Calls.
Kanter makes the call. So now Joseph Hachem with a big decision.
Hachem has an ace with a weak kicker.
And Hachem folds, so we'll go heads up between our two chip leaders, Black and Kanter. The flop is 5, Jack 7. Black now with a set of fives.
$500,000.
$500,000.
And he bets him.
And that is a dangerous flop for Aaron Kanter. He's made top pair with a great kicker.
And he is going to move in 1.6 million chips.
I do believe it's 1.6.
$5 million on top of that.
$5 million on top of that. He says it like he's just ordering a Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's. Andrew Black, one cool customer here.
We have seen Aaron Kanter catch a number of miracle cards on the river. Maybe this raise by Black will keep Aaron from even seeing the river card.
Big pot.
Can Aaron really get away from this hand? I don't know if he can.
Could get a little bigger.
Most of the other players here are a little on edge. Andrew Black acts as if he's at the circus and is just waiting for the elephant act.
Pretty much committed, right? Big pot, you said?
Sorry?
Pretty much committed, you said, right? Big pot?
I think so. What do you only? You got 5 million back?
Yep.
Aaron's already put $2 million into this pot, but now he'd have to commit about half of his remaining chips to make this call.
Big hand, huh?
You haven't got the best hand at the moment.
I have the best hand at the moment? No. I'm sure.
Andrew Black has got to learn to stop telling the truth at the poker table. It's going to cost him money in the long run. And the big problem for Kanter here, if he makes the call on the flop, chances are he's going to have to put the rest of his chips in later in this hand.
Okay.
Yes! And Kanter does fold. Andrew Black's got a lot of backers from Marion Square Casino in Ireland. Some look like they made the trip here to Binions. And a big win for Andrew Black. He's breaking away with over 17 million chips, catching cards, playing well. But for him, the key to success often lies with a more spiritual approach to the game.
Buddhism and meditation allow me to look inwards in some depth to my own workings. That was not a good decision, man. So if you apply that to the poker table, understand the kind of things that you're doing which cause you pain, which in poker is making mistakes. I'm gonna have to start varying the way I play. A lot of people think that the pain comes from the bad beat, but my understanding is the pain that you often get in poker is from not playing as well as you could. Whereas I try and be honest with myself if I'm making mistakes, why I'm making mistakes. For example, I get very emotional and I sometimes tend to make decisions too impulsively. Okay. All in.
Cool.
Pass the sugar!
But the other side of it for me is poker's just a game. My brother-in-law was saying to me on the phone, he kind of used to do sports for Yugoslavia. He said, the best race I ever was in was the one that I lost. Even though he lost, he did his best. He ran his best race. Yes! So I'd like to try and sort of run my best race here.
Yes! Yes!
Upset at his play in the 1997 World Series of Poker, Andrew quit playing to join a Buddhist community. When I'm running bad at the table, I'll go play craps or roulette. Andrew said, the better solution is meditation. Who knew?
It is working well for the chip leader here at the championship table. On Joseph Hachem, king, queen offsuit. He'll raise it to 360,000. To Black. He'll sit this one out. Tex Barch, pocket tens.
Barch finished 73rd in the 2003 main event, and then last year just missed cashing in that massive field.
Looks like he's going to play this hand. He has been quiet so far.
I'm gonna raise.
Barch announces a re-raise. It is $2 million more.
Barch, a very tight and solid player. When he comes into a pot, you got to fear him.
Daniel Bergsdorf.
All in.
Is all in with pocket jacks.
And well, he should be.
All in.
Hachem will fold.
Call.
And Tex Barch will make the call. This is our degree all-in moment. Daniel Bergsdorf has the lead, but at risk of elimination, holding pocket jacks against the 2-10s of Tex Barch.
Bergsdorf started the day in the middle of the pack. Hasn't had much going. The pocket jack's the best thing he's seen. He's picked it up in a good spot. A 4-1 favorite against Tex Barch.
So now here comes our flop. It is 10 queen 4. Barch makes no time in getting a third 10. His brother and wife love what they see.
Well, Daniel Bergsdorf gets ready to leave. Apparently he doesn't adhere to the Phil Hellmuth school of loud and painful exits.
Oh, now the turn card is an 8. Bergsdorf in scramble mode right now, picks up a draw.
He does get some more outs, but he doesn't want to forget his sunglasses just in case. Bergsdorf still a 6-1 underdog. He needs a jack or a 9 for a straight to stay alive.
The river card is a queen. Tex Barch earns the degree check mark. He eliminates Daniel Bergsdorf with a full house. Bergsdorf goes away in 7th place, $1.3 million. And Barch adds about 3 million chips to his stack. Jana Barch thrilled to watch her husband move up the chip count. He now has over 13 million chips, second only to Andrew Black.
The R in a Moment is brought to you by New Degree for Men. For men who take risks, won't let you down. The Toyota Points Leader is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward.
Well, big-name pro players came through in flying colors on the Toyota Player of the Year standings for 2005, but Alan Cunningham does take the crown in a narrow margin over Chris Ferguson. Back-to-back bracelet winner in 2005, Mark Safe is enjoying the final table action, as are Phil Hellmuth and Eric Seidel. While Seidel had a shot at being the Player of the Year, Phil Hellmuth is always a leading candidate to take another coveted prize.
Backed by popular demand, the Flushies, the award for the other side of poker. It was a brief main event for actor Oliver Hudson. One hand, one full house, one all in, one and done.
Oh my God.
10 grand gone in 90 seconds.
First hand.
He gets the Flushie for best first and last hand. Poker's never been too fashionable. We saw plain white t-shirts.
I object to that.
We saw unlaundered and smelly shirts.
I'm out of underwear.
The unwashed masses could learn from poker rookie Tamao Sato, who wore 2 outfits in one day to double up on the best dressed Flushie. Around the poker table, players found ways to keep themselves from getting bored.
54658562466.
And then there's Randy Jensen, who read a book instead of playing to avoid getting eliminated, but once he put the book down, he was gone. He gets the Flushie for worst use of a library card.
Nice hand, man.
Phil Hellmuth has been the standard bearer for all things Flushie.
Hello?
This year,
That's what I'm talking about.
We've seen other strong performances.
That was so bad. Here we go.
Barry Paskin was loud.
No.
Smelly and annoying.
I play my game, you play yours.
Sean Chacon was brash.
Yo, you can't do that, lady.
Bold.
You can kiss my, you know what.
And prickly.
You got what you deserve, sucker.
I can't believe this is the World Series of Poker.
But when all was said and done,
Worst players in the world around here.
they were no match for the master.
I mean, you think I could catch a break?
For if you say Royal Flush Awards,
I can't even spell poker.
we say Phil Hellmuth rules.
I can dodge bullets, baby.
Well, Norman, I can't wait to attend the Flushies wrap party at Der Wiener Schnitzel downtown later on. 6 players left at our championship table. Andrew Black is our chip leader. Tex Barch in second place with 13.7 million. Aaron Kanter, 10.2 million. And then Steve Dannenmann with 6.4 million. And our 2 bottom stacks, Scott Lazar with almost 6 million. And the Australian Joseph Hachem is the short stack, 2.4 million. In this first hour of our final table coverage, we'll get down to 5 players. 6 now remain. And on the Milwaukee's Best Light Pocket Cam, Pocket 8s once again for Andrew Black. He makes it 3 times the big blind and a bit more, 500,000.
Black, the most aggressive player remaining at this table.
Barch with Pocket 5s calls. Kanter gets out of the way. Steve Dannenmann folds over to Scott Lazar, ace 5, and he folds.
So Black's raise gets rid of the small and big blind.
Now to the flop is 4, ace, ace. Scott Lazar folded an ace. He would have had trips. As it is, neither of our players in the hand have a pocket ace. Black leads with his pocket 8s. Both players check. Now the turn, a 3rd ace on board.
Oh, geez. Scott Lazar might not fold an ace again for a year. He would have made quads.
Barch drawing dead. You see Black earns the check mark.
And Andrew Black has checked to Barch.
Barch checks as well. The river card now. Deuce of spades. Black can only lose by folding. He's going to bet 500,000.
Good bet. Black figures his pocket 8s are good.
And Andrew Black wins the hand with a better full house and puts some more distance between himself and Tex Barch.
Easy call.
He has to call with anything.
Especially a pocket pair.
Yeah, you have got to call with anything. I'm saying it's an easy call.
Tex Barch sent 1 million chips over to Andrew Black in that hand. Scott Lazar had a chance to pick up a lot of chips, but ended up folding what would have been quad aces.
The 2005 World Series of Poker is presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, brewed for a man's taste, Miller Brewing Company, and in part by New Degree for Men. With twice the protection you need, it won't let you down. And Harrah's Entertainment, home of the world's richest poker tournament.
Talked about the big player fields of the World Series this year. The spectator galleries have been huge as well. 6 players left. Andrew Black is the man to beat. Nearly 19 million chips, 6 million more than second place Tex Barch. Joseph Hachem still the short stack.
I keep telling you, you guys played too tight.
No, you're right.
Those aces are coming, I'm sure. You just wait. Those aces are coming.
Don't mention aces to Scott Lazar.
Indeed. Our chip leader gives up the cards. Over to Tex Barch, who folds as well.
That's why
Kanter and Dannenmann go away.
I raise.
Scott Lazar, king 9 of spades, is going to raise it. The blinds are at 80 and 160,000.
Make it 500.
Lazar goes for $500,000.
After laying down his ace last time, he's eager for some action.
I'm all in.
I'll call you.
Hachem, the short stack, goes all in, and Lazar calls.
Am I in front, Scotty? Oh, I'm in front.
You are. I don't want to make a flush, that's for sure.
Good luck, man.
Well, I'm not only surprised that Lazar called here, I'm surprised at how quickly he called. There was no need for this. I think he had a little brain bubble.
Flop 3 spades and don't worry about it.
Hachem is holding the ace-queen of spades. He'd love to see a flush.
And it's Joseph Hachem whose tournament life is at stake here.
Gamble, gamble. Still got chips to play with.
Scott's pretty much conceding this hand and can live with the fact that he'll still have 2.9 million chips to play with.
He started the hand with about $5.5 million. And now the flop is 10-4. Ace. Hachem hits his ace. Wow, the ace is still haunting Lazar.
Nice hand, nice hand.
Scotty.
Hashem's all but good now. Lazar would need running straight cards.
Hey, I've done it before, right?
But they can't be spades, or running kings, or running nines.
Put a spade, dealer.
Now the turn card, 5 of clubs, and that's going to do it. Hachem wins the hand and doubles up.
I still think U.S. Customs officials will sleep at the switch at the point of entry.
Pass me the sugar!
The Aussies love to see their man still in there after risking all his chips.
Still more poker to play.
Those are back-to-back hands that Scott Lazar would like to forget. First, he would have made quad aces and made no money out of that, and then he dropped a bundle calling Hashem's all in.
Well, Scott Lazar has a lot of making up to do now at this championship table. 6 players left, $7.5 million, and a world championship bracelet to our winner. Action on Lazar, Queen 10.
He's on the button.
Lazar raises it to $350,000. Black, pocket jacks.
All in. Call. I'll give you a gamble.
And here we go again. Lazar putting all his chips at risk.
And again, Lon, I'm stunned he called, even more stunned he called that quickly. Each of these hands is a mini meltdown for Scott Lazar, and it might equal one lightning quick elimination.
Stuart Lazar trying to send some good vibes down to his son, who is facing elimination as now we go to the flop. 3, 5, 8, that missed Lazar completely. He is looking for the poker paramedics.
Lazar played so well all week. His play actually mirrored Matusow's, pretty tight, picking up some pots once in a while with a good bluff.
Turns a 4, a blank for Lazar, down now to his last chance.
Scott Lazar down to perhaps his final card of this main event. He will need a queen, and if Lazar loses here, he'll replay this 3-hand sequence in his head many, many times over. Lazar needs a queen, and a queen only, or his main event is over.
And now the river card is a king! Andrew Black wins it, and Scott Lazar quickly eliminated from this final table.
It's been an absolute pleasure playing with you.
Self-destructive.
6th place, $1.5 million for the magician.
And you had been so aggressive, I had to gamble with it again.
Lazar had a wonderful run with a not-so-wonderful ending. $1.5 million should soothe the pain, though.
We talk about the critical hand before the hand. Hachem delivered a devastating blow to Lazar before Black sent him to the rail, but it was the ace-5 Lazar did not play that ultimately led him down the path of self-destruction.
That opportunity alone just totally tilted me. I played great. I felt that I played like a champion. And then, you know, what happened there was just, I can't even describe it.
The last one standing on the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam. We know he's got an ace, but I can't see what else he's got. But he raises with that, 550,000. Barch folds now to Aaron Kanter with pocket kings.
We know he has a king, and we see his other card. Great starting hand for Aaron Kanter. Unless, of course, Black has aces.
Aaron Kanter is going to re-raise $1 million more. Steve Dannenmann will fold. Now over to Andrew Black and his mysterious hole card. He will call with the ace and unknown card.
Well, I don't think it's pocket aces.
5-3 king, a set of kings for Aaron Kanter. No matter what Black has, Aaron Kanter's got the lead. Now the 27-year-old Californian will bet $1 million.
$4 million.
And a raise from Black.
Wow. I thought Kanter might sit on his set because Andrew Black will do your bidding for you, but he bet it, and then the aggressive Black comes back over the top of him. Maybe Black got really unlucky here, and he has ace-king.
Aaron Kanter with the 3 kings just makes the call. Big pot now, about 11 million chips. Andrew Black still behind no matter what he has. Now the turn card, a 3 of hearts. Kanter with a full boat.
And now he will sit on him.
How much we got there?
Aaron Kanter, known here as the giant killer. Black is the giant at this table, in danger of losing a lot of chips to Aaron. Chip leader Andrew Black, of course, has Kanter covered, and he checks 2. We'll go to the river now, an 8 of clubs. Kanter earns the check mark.
Black might have a good ace, ace-queen, ace-jack, ace-10. Maybe he had a heart draw.
He's going to need a lot of heart here. $2 million from Kanter.
What can he have? To tell you the truth, I think that Andrew Black can only beat a bluff, but now it's just $2 million more to take down a pot of $15 million. He might be thinking of a call.
Call.
And Black indeed does call. And Aaron Kanter shows him the full boat. Wow, a pot of $15 million goes to young Aaron Kanter. And Kanter's cheering section, including his fiancée Jenny Pedroza, loves it. Aaron Kanter is now the chip leader.
Andrew Black takes a big blow to his stack early. We never got to see what his other card was with the ace. He'll take it to his grave or the saloon.
Kanter near 20 million chips. Andrew Black loses almost 8 million there.
Back to basics, Andy. Isn't it? Hey?
Back to the grind, eh?
Yeah, back to the you got to slum it with us now.
Andrew Black, about 12 million chips now, has come out of the stratosphere and will not play this hand.
Aaron Kanter just got engaged, planning to get married next year, but with this big payday here, Lon, son, take the money and run, leave her at the altar, you have my blessing.
Jenny Pedroza, I apologize for my partner. Kanter comes in with 400,000 with King 7. Steve Dannenmann with Ace 10 offsuit.
Dannenmann, the CPA, says he's accumulating write-offs here by tipping bellmen and cocktail waitresses $100 bills.
I carry his bags. Dannenmann calls over to Hachem with Ace Jack offsuit.
I'm all in.
Wow. Short stack making a stand.
You haven't heard me say that too often, have you, boys?
No, we haven't. Although, indeed, he has been short stacked much of this final table.
They're not calling. Don't worry.
Kanter folds.
He thinks everyone's folding their tent. He doesn't know about Steve Dannenmann's tent.
Yeah, it's been fun.
If you don't know Steve Dannenmann, that is him in a nutshell.
Aces? God, this would be a horrible call. This would absolutely be horrible. I have played all good cards all week long.
I wish I could say that I've had.
I got to check something.
What's he doing? Dannenmann's reaching.
My notes.
Oh.
This might be the rank of hands.
You got notes on me, Steve?
No notes for the tournament.
Oh, for a tournament.
Number 1, have fun. Number 2,
Yeah.
you have nothing to lose.
There's Jerry Ditzel, Steve's backer, who gets half of everything Steve wins.
Number 3, play tight. But we'll flip it over to the bottom. And the last one says, not calling a raise is only a small mistake. It's only a small mistake.
Compared to what?
So.
Dannenmann folds. Hachem would have loved to play against Dannenmann. He had him dominated.
How can you fold that hand? You had a
because
monster.
It's only a small mistake.
Here we go again.
Is there anyone left in Australia?
What a loyal bunch of supporters, though, cheering even when their man forces his opponent to fold. Steve Dannenmann making things real fun here at the final table.
The 2005 World Series of Poker is presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, brewed for a man's taste, Miller Brewing Company, and in part by New Degree for Men. With twice the protection you need, it won't let you down. Levitra, ask your doctor about it today. Levitra, when it counts. And Harrah's Entertainment, home of the world's richest poker tournament. The World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. Main Event.
The tedious task of arranging $7.5 million in cardboard boxes is nearly complete. The money almost ready to make its way under armed guard to the final table, one step closer to its rightful and as yet unknown owner. 5 players left on our degree chip count. Aaron Kanter, the leader with 18 million. Andrew Black, just one of the guys now with 12 million. Hachem still the short stack.
All these players strangers to me when the main event began. Tex Barch, like Andrew Black, makes quite an impression with his game.
King, queen of hearts. Barch gonna raise it up to 600,000.
Aaron Kanter's the youngest remaining here at 27. The rest are 30-somethings.
Steve Dannenmann, 39 years old from Severn, Maryland. Ace-6 of hearts.
Call.
He's in the pot. Over to Joseph Hachem. He says no thanks. Andrew Black. We're going to have to send him to our pocket cam seminars. Just a 9.
Should penalize him by turning his sunglasses the right side up.
In the big blind, he does call. 3 to the flop. The flop is 5, 9, 6, a couple of clubs. Black pairs his 9. Dannenmann pairs his 6.
Million.
Andrew Black with $1 million chips. Tex Barch gets out of the way.
Dannenmann with middle pair, the 6s.
All in.
Oh, and he pushes.
I think he should have checked his notes list.
Oh, wow. That's over 7 million chips more.
Well, we know that Black has at least a pair of 9s. We know his 9s are good, but does Andrew Black think they're good?
Andrew Black once again being put to the test by a first-timer here at the World Series.
Call.
And Black's gonna make the call. And Steve Dannenmann will be all in.
And behind.
And Dannenmann flips over his cards. Yes! Only 6-6, and it's a 10-9 for Black. He's got the pair of 9s. Andrew Black, a 3-1 advantage. Steve Dannenmann may be on his way out.
Jerry Ditzel, what you doing with my money?
Are you worried?
Actually, he does look a little stressed.
It's been fun, man. Good luck.
Here we go to the turn. Dannenmann way behind, and now he's further behind with a 3 of clubs on the turn. Steve, you're behind.
Well, at least visibly, Dannenmann the more relaxed of the 2. He's all in. Black at risk for 3/4 of his chips. Dannenmann needs an ace or a 6 to stay alive.
And the river's ace! Another huge hit to Andrew Black.
Classes of 97 when the pressures of poker sent him to a monastery.
Dannenmann hit his ace and doubled up through Black.
And Jerry Ditzel's thinking about timeshares in Maui or Curacao.
Andrew Black lost another 8 million chips to a new force here. Steve Dannenmann, the most unlikely player at this main event final table. Dannenmann credits his laid-back attitude for helping him make it this far.
I came here with not a whole lot of expectations, and before you know it, I'm in Binions. So we're guaranteed $1 million and up to 7.5.
Mom, I'm a half a millionaire.
I only get half of it because I have my investor, Jerry. And I never even expected us to get in the money. Not enough to make it past the first day.
Honey, we can get a new refrigerator now.
I consulted with Jerry in the beginning.
We had jacks.
I said, hey, what do you want to do here? He says, I don't care. Whatever strategy you figure out that you want to play, just go ahead and do it. Let's just have fun with it. Everybody else is really so pressured in making the money and winning the thing that I feel if I take the opposite approach, that I have an edge on the rest of the players.
And there is one happy investor. Ditzel put up half of Dannenmann's $10,000 buy-in. Dannenmann always happy, says he still clips coupons. That's going to end.
Joseph Hachem.
Oh, cool.
Jack 9 offsuit. Going to call the big blind. Andrew Black will sit this one out. Good idea, Andrew.
Tex has worked as a stockbroker, poker dealer, on a golf course. He's a bar owner. This is where he should be.
King 7 of diamonds. He makes the call. Aaron Kanter, King 5 offsuit.
And he can play for free from the big blind because there was no raise.
So 3 players to the flop. It comes 7, King 10. Barch grabs command with 2 pair.
Kanter picks up kings. Hachem has a double belly buster straight draw, and it's checked over to Hachem.
450.
He bets 450,000 with his draw. Tex Barch now is going to raise. Makes it $1 million to Kanter.
Tex with the best hand, kings up.
And now Kanter is going to re-raise.
What have I walked into here, boys?
Well, he's walked into a really big pot if he wants to gamble on a draw for the rest of his chips.
I guess I got to be behind. Let me check. Yep.
Wise man.
Joseph Hachem now gets out of the way. Barch and Kanter heads up. Action on Barch, who re-raises 2.5 million chips more.
You see from the percentages, Barch with a stranglehold on this.
Come on.
Kanter is going to push now. Wow.
Oh, jeez. Lana, I don't know how Aaron can think his kings are good here. Tex Barch has not been splashing around a lot of pots, and Tex has just raised twice here on the flop.
I don't see how I can get away from the hand. I call.
Barch makes the call. The pot is over 21 million chips.
This is for all of Tex Barch's chips, but he is in a commanding position.
Come on, baby!
Anna Barch might be married to the new chip leader.
Afraid maybe a king 10. I made a play at you all night, man.
No.
Well, maybe Aaron was thinking, I'm going to get lucky on you like I have other people.
Turn card is a queen. Now Barch guaranteed to survive the all-in. Kanter can only tie.
And actually, Hachem, if he had played, would have just made his straight. Tex Barch, though, is good. He cannot lose the pot. Kanter can still chop the pot if there's a queen or 10 on the river.
River card is a jack. Tex Barch with kings up wins a huge pot, the biggest of the main event from Aaron Kanter. And Tex Barch is our new chip leader at this championship table. The giant killer missed his mark that time. No river miracle for Aaron Kanter. There it is, the Gallery of Champions, where main event winners are immortalized. And after tonight, one of our 5 remaining players will join the poker legends who have already left their mark. We have seen big swings at this final table. Tex Barch, our current leader, but he better not get too comfortable. 22 million chips for Tex.
Joseph Hachem can't be too comfortable. He's the most endangered species right now.
In second place, Steve Dannenmann, ace of spades, jack of clubs. He calls the big blind.
Hachem, a former chiropractor, now is a mortgage broker. Dannenmann works primarily as a CPA, but he's also a mortgage broker.
I'm all in.
Hachem's going to push with his pocket sevens. The rest of the table folds. And now a decision for Steve Dannenmann.
Call.
And he makes the call. He's got Hachem covered in chips about 6-1.
Let me win a race. Let me win a race. Sevens.
Hachem has to win this race to stay alive in the tournament.
Either way, mate, good luck.
Joseph Hachem has been floundering around at the bottom of the chip count all day long at this championship table. And now he is going to make his stand with his pocket sevens and try to double up.
Come on.
Steve Dannenmann and Joseph Hachem now to the flop. Pretty much a coin flip. And now the flop, 9, 10, 6. Hashem's sevens are stronger now.
Produce an 8.
An 8 would give Hachem a straight. He's still in good shape right now with the pocket sevens.
9 pairs the board, 2 pair for Hachem now.
Hachem not home free yet. Dannenmann can still knock him out with an ace, jack, or 10.
It's a 3, and Joseph Hachem has survived his all-in and doubled up to Steve Dannenmann, and here we go.
Honestly, I don't think anybody's left in Australia.
Man, winning a race in this game is like a miracle.
Aussies are passionate about their games, and Hashem's win here would give the land down under a good reason to cheer.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
It's become a chant in any sporting event where Australians are playing.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
We love our sport.
G'day.
Wherever we are, at any sporting event, absolutely passionate. All of Australia's going crazy. Everybody just banded together, and they've just been with me the whole way.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oi, oi, oi!
All I've done is play each day as it comes, and then if I win this, there won't be anybody that won't know about the World Series of Poker in Australia, and I'll throw the biggest party Melbourne has ever seen.
Hachem hasn't had many chips at this final table, but he's laid low quite well.
Newfound well.
Something, man. Just something. Just something.
Hachem over 5 million now. Black's chip stack has been stuck in reverse lately. He's got pocket 10s.
600.
He'll make some noise now. 600,000 chips.
600,000.
Steve Dannenmann, ace king.
At his Tuesday night home game, Dannenmann pushes 2 banquet tables together with a piece of masking tape down the middle so the chips won't fall through the cracks.
Re-raise.
Re-raise from Dannenmann.
Good. 2 million.
2 stacks, $1 million each.
All in.
And Andrew Black is going to push.
Excuse me.
All in.
Call.
Dannenmann calls, and this is our degree all-in moment. Former leader Andrew Black has put all his chips at risk with pocket 10s.
Dannenmann just lost a race to Hachem. If he wins this race, Andrew Black's day will be over.
It was not too long ago that Andrew Black was our chip leader with 20 million chips, now in danger of losing all he has left. Here's our flop. 2, 3, 8. That flop misses. Dannenmann. Black still leads.
Black survives it and still seems to be pained by this process.
Black, obviously emotional, can hardly look. Now the turn card. Oh, the turn! That's what Black was afraid of. Dannenmann in the lead.
And we have seen Black feel other people's pain in this tournament, Lon. It's hard not to feel Black's pain right now.
One card to come. Perhaps in Black's tournament life, he's already putting the coat on.
Black will need a 10, or the one-time massive chip leader at this final table will be gone.
It's a 9. It is soon end to Andrew Black's day. Dannenmann earns the degree check mark.
Black finished 14th in the main event in 1997, improves to 5th this year, but he had 35% of the chips on the table when we were 5-handed, so this is an immense disappointment.
For Steve Dannenmann, a huge knockout at this championship table. Black will take home $1.75 million. A true gentleman and a great poker player.
The All-In Moment is brought to you by New Degree for Men. For men who take risks, who won't let you down. The Toyota Points Leader is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction, as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward.
After 6 weeks of tournament play, one man outperformed all the rest. Alan Cunningham put on an impressive show with 4 final tables made, over $1 million earned, and 1 World Series bracelet in the 3rd biggest poker tournament ever played. Alan Cunningham is the 2005 Toyota Player of the Year, and for his efforts, he'll drive away in a brand new Toyota Tundra. A great tournament for Cunningham, a well-deserved prize, and speaking of well-deserved prize, here come the money.
Shotguns? What are they, bringing in the body of Jimmy Hoffa?
4 players remaining, and it is a horse race. The top 2, Barch and Dannenmann, over $22 million. Hachem and Kanter with a lot of work to do.
We've got the haves and the have-nots.
Joseph Hachem, a have-not. 8-7 offsuit.
All right.
He's going to raise it, though.
500,000.
$500,000 chips to Tex Barch. Ace-Queen.
Call.
Barch, our chip leader, will make the call. Now Aaron Kanter. 7 and an ace.
Come on.
And he will move all in with over 4 million chips. Jenny Pedroza, Aaron's fiancée, now looking very anxious. Hachem folds.
Tex Barch knows to proceed with caution against this giant killer.
Oh, God, you look so calm, too.
Why shouldn't Aaron be calm?
He has no pulse, that's why he's calm. Yeah, even if Tex thinks it's just a coin flip, and he's got much better than a coin flip, he almost certainly has to call here. He's got so many chips.
And he does indeed make the call. These 2 will mix it up again. They squared off before with the biggest pot of the tournament.
Well, Tex has had Kanter nailed twice now, and this one will take Aaron out of this tournament.
Kanter, a 4-1 underdog, his tournament life on the line. Aaron Kanter, most famous so far in the main event for knocking off Phil Ivey, crippling Greg Raymer. Now it is Aaron Kanter who is facing elimination.
Doesn't look good.
Now the flop. It's 7, 7, 10, trip 7s for Kanter.
I told you before, if he doesn't get you on the flop, he gets you on the river. If he doesn't get you on the river, he gets you on the flop. Tex told us he's lucky in love, unlucky in cards.
It's a good flop.
Which means Tex has a great wife and not so great flops and rivers.
Here's the turn. Oh, Kanter now with a full house after the ace hits.
And that means that Aaron Kanter will survive his all-in. Barch can now split the pot on the river if an ace, the case ace, comes out. But either way, Aaron Kanter has survived.
Wow, Aaron Kanter now with the river card. It's a 6. The 4-1 underdog. The money went in, has won the hand, and survived his all-in and doubled up.
He's even feeling a little guilty about it.
The ebbs and flows of this main event, particularly for Aaron Kanter, have been incredible.
At this point, I just got to root for him.
Steve Dannenmann, our chip leader at this table. His backer, Jerry Ditzel's left the building, maybe to catch a few Z's. He's been good luck for Steve, so Dannenmann's not going to play. Hachem with queen 7 of diamonds.
Oh, cool.
He makes a call of the big blind over to Tex Barch, who lost the chip lead.
Tex is in the small blind.
Ace-4 offsuit. And Barch will play over to Aaron Kanter. Pocket 9s. Kanter will raise it up to $1 million.
I'm all in.
And Hashem's going to push again.
Oh, geez, and Hachem has stepped very carefully today, Lon, but this looks like a misstep.
Barch folded immediately. Action now on Aaron Kanter.
I call.
And Aaron Kanter likes his 9s and will make the call.
Hachem at risk again, but I don't know if Aaron Kanter knows how to play from ahead.
Kanter's a 2-1 advantage with his pocket 9s over Hashem's queen 7. Hachem all in. And now our flop is a queen. Hachem pairs.
Now, that doesn't mean anything, Lon. Didn't you rename the river card the Kanter?
I did. Oh boy, Hachem with a big lead
for now.
Probably deserve that.
Well, there's a good chance Kanter used up a lot of his karma earlier in this main event. Now the turn card. It's an ace. Hashem's still good.
Yeah, but when Kanter hits the 9 on the river, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi will be over and done with, and Hachem will be headed home.
Now the river. Oh, not this time for Aaron Kanter. Hachem wins the hand.
Strike up the band.
So Aaron Kanter comes up short on the river. Joseph Hachem doubles up again. late pop singer Warren Zevon saying about lawyers, guns, and money? Well, we lost attorneys Greg Raymer and Tiffany Williamson, but we got plenty of guns and certainly plenty of money.
I'm surprised the escalator is working.
As our 4 remaining players continue to joust, we'd like to pay tribute to the 5,615 players who went home before them in this edition of The Nuts.
Tell me why I'm still crying over you. Tell me how I wound up such a fool.
Come on!
Tell me when these heartaches will be through.
That was tough.
Oh, tell me why I'm still crying over you.
Okay, perfect for 3 days.
Oh well. Day by day. Till dark, I think of you and fall.
This place. That's a 20-minute penalty, Mike.
You too. The reasons why I run to you when you go.
Take care. I'm out of underwear.
Hate this game.
Tell me why I'm still crying over you.
All right, show me the money.
Tell me how I wound up such a fool.
I don't want to look.
Tell me when these heartaches will be through.
Ain't no justice in poker.
Oh, tell me why I'm still crying over you.
Night. Goodbye. The most stressful week of my life.
Sure, your week has been more stressful, Lon.
Well, I have to work with you. Steve Dannenmann is our chip leader at this final table. Joseph Hachem, in workmanlike fashion, now moved up to second place. Aaron Kanter, our short stack. Kanter looking at ace-9 offsuit. Uh-oh. And it all goes into the pot. His last 3.6 million.
He's a kid with a dream.
Dannenmann folds. Now over to Joseph Hachem. And Hachem will kick it in as well. Tex Barch with pocket jacks.
Call.
And he does make the call. Aaron Kanter is all in and behind.
Aaron Kanter might appear to be a 3-1 underdog right now, but I've still got him as a 1-9 fave.
Kanter with his ace-9 against the pocket jacks of Tex Barch. Jenny Pedroza hoping she's not seeing her fiancé play his last hand of the main event.
This could be the end of the road for Aaron, and it has been one bumpy road.
The flop is king 7-9. Aaron got a pair of nines, but Barch still leads.
It's a mixed bag flop for Kanter. A heart draw now for Barch, so the ace of hearts no good for Aaron.
Now the turn is an 8, and Aaron Kanter closer to the rail.
Well, he's been pushed to that rail all week long, but he just won't go.
Tex Barch with a chance to knock off a player who has had a huge impact in this main event.
Does Kanter have one more dredge the bottom of the riverbed miracle in him? He needs a 9 or a non-heart ace.
The river card is a jack. Aaron Kanter's run out of miracles and is eliminated by Tex Barch.
Don't worry, if you feel like you made a couple mistakes, don't worry about it, man.
Kanter will win $2 million.
He's crazy for most of the day, but mate.
He's been emblematic of the new young guns that come to the World Series and do quite well.
Aaron created a great deal of excitement here at the main event.
Team Canada has $2 million. They can buy baseball caps.
Aaron takes away a wealth of experience and simply tells me we'll see him back here at the World Series. Final table.
Wouldn't it be easier if they just gave the winner a money order?
17 boxes.
Not sure anybody really believed the $7,500 figure or knew what it looked like in cash, but there it is.
I think I'm gonna get that Ferrari.
What an amazing sight.
Guaranteed that much.
What do you do with that kind of money?
You roll around in it, I guess.
What a sight. It reminds me of the first time I saw the Grand Canyon.
3 players left at this championship table. Our chip leader, Steve Dannenmann, with $23.5 million. Joseph Hachem in second place with 20.3 million chips, and Tex Barch with 12.2 million chips, but nobody is out of it.
Hashem's really earned his chip position. He was a short stack most of the day.
Tex Barch with pocket cards of ace-9 offsuit, raises 600,000 over to Steve Dannenmann, ace-king.
Re-raise.
Dannenmann going to turn up the heat.
1.6.
That's about right, Lon. I would have raised maybe 1.7, but Dannenmann's in the neighborhood.
Hachem folds. Now the action on Tex Barch. And Tex Barch is going to re-raise 2.8 million more.
So it would be 2.8 more. So we got 5 times 4.
Uh-oh, Dannenmann's multiplying. Sure, he's a CPA, but I don't think this is a good idea.
Caution to the wind.
You having fun, Steve?
A little bit. All in.
That would put Barch all in.
Oh, this is Dannenmann. One moment he's Ronald McDonald, the next moment he's Hannibal Lecter.
Dannenmann using his ultimate weapon, the all-in. A lot of the old-timers complain that these new players use the all-in too much, but this is no limit, and the chips of your arsenal can be an effective maneuver. Dannenmann making light of the situation, but the gravity of this moment is not lost on Tex Barch.
Getting warm in here now?
Indeed, this is for all of Texas chips against a guy who says he's the 4th or 5th best player at his home game.
Tex Barch will fold to Dannenmann.
He made the right read. Good play by Tex.
Steve Dannenmann shows his ace-king.
Saved you money.
Just might have saved Tex Barch's whole tournament right there.
Tex would have been dominated and maybe out of here.
And the amazing run of Steve Dannenmann continues in the main event.
Do you have a better hand? Doesn't matter.
If Dannenmann were to walk into Tex Barch's bar right now, I don't know if Tex would serve him.
Dannenmann might have a problem getting a drink anywhere in Texas at this point. We continue three-handed. One of these men will be our world champion. Steve Dannenmann looks at pocket sevens.
Three-handed, a pocket pair is pretty good.
750.
Raises it up, 750,000 on Joseph Hachem. Pocket jacks are better three-handed.
Very strong.
I'm gonna call.
Hachem makes the call with his jacks.
Hachem might have raised there, but he's gonna just slow play the jacks.
Barch with an ace and a 6.
I'm all in.
And Barch is going to push with his ace-6.
Oh, and the curious thing, Lon, if Hachem had raised, Barch might have folded. Instead, Tex goes all in.
600.
5 million.
That puts the heat on Dannenmann now.
Wants to see how much of his stack he has to call.
Call.
And he does make the call.
I'll call as well.
And Joseph Hachem calls as well.
Oh, Lord, and with 2 callers, Tex knows he's on the short end of this.
Trampoline mark! You win this, we're even again.
Indeed, that would be the case, but Barch has a lot of work to do.
Tex all in, going to be looking for an ace.
Good luck, man.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Dannenmann and Hachem can bet in a side pot if they wish.
So now, ready for the flop. Tex Barch maybe looking at his last flop of this main event. Flop is deuce 10-3. Barch gets nothing. Hachem's jacks still lead.
And neither Hachem or Dannenmann improve. And when 2 players are in against an all-in guy, they'll often check it out unless somebody improves their hand.
Turn card is a queen. Barch running out of chances. Once again, they both check.
And for Tex Barch, down to perhaps his last card, he needs an ace and an ace only to stay alive in the main event.
River card is a 9, and officially Tex Barch is eliminated. Hachem and Dannenmann have to finish their business.
They check it out.
And Joseph Hachem wins that huge pot. But the key here is Tex Barch is gone in 3rd place.
Well, Tex Barch had told us he'd always thought he'd be a millionaire by the time he was 30. He had to wait to age 34 to cash the big payday.
Joseph Hachem says goodbye to the man he knocked out, and we are now heads up. It's the everyman, Steve Dannenmann.
Oh, coin toss now, baby.
Against the Aussie, Joseph Hachem. They're playing for the bracelet, the world champion title, and $7.5 million.
The 2005 World Series of Poker is presented by Milwaukee's Best Light, brewed for a man's taste, Miller Brewing Company, and in part by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's forward. Toyota, moving forward. And Harrah's Entertainment, home of the world's richest poker tournament.
It is time to take the final few steps. Time to decide who will be the last man standing. From a field of 5,619 players, just 2 remain.
Unbelievable. Bracelet's worth everything.
It's absolutely amazing. It's been a lot of fun.
As unlikely a duo as the World Series has ever seen. On one side, the family man from down under. On the other, the everyman playing out a home game fantasy.
Bring them on!
2 players, $7.5 million. Who will be the one? 7 grueling days of main event poker comes down to this. Steve Dannenmann versus Joseph Hachem.
Hachem said he gave himself a real chance to win this thing when we got down to about 200 players. I got a feeling Dannenmann gave himself a real chance to win when we just got heads up.
On the Milwaukee's Best Light pocket cam, Dannenmann with Jack 6.
Raise.
Announces a raise.
Dannenmann's played tight. He'll have to loosen up heads up.
The raise is 750,000 chips over to Joseph Hachem, who's got a 2-1 chip lead as we begin heads up. He's got King Deuce of Hearts, and he makes the call.
And heads up, remember, almost any 2 cards go.
Comes out Deuce 5 Queen, a pair of deuces for Joseph Hachem. And he checks. Dannenmann comes out with another $750,000 million chip bet.
Well, he's loosened up. He tried to buy the pot right there with absolutely nothing, but Hachem calls.
Hashem's got the lead going to the turn. The turn is a 6 of hearts. Dannenmann now with the lead. He's got 6s, but Hachem has a heart draw, and he checks.
Well, Dannenmann fired with nothing, so you got to believe he's going to fire with something.
1.45 million chips.
Gave me a discount.
50,000 chip discount.
And Hachem will make the call.
Dannenmann's pair of 6s lead Hashem's pair of 2s. Hachem also with the heart draw.
River card is a queen. Dannenmann now earns the check mark with queens and 6s. Hachem checks.
Dannenmann has fired at every stage of this hand.
Oh, he's not going to stop with just 1 stack. He pushes in 2 million chips.
Cool.
And with a huge advantage in chips, Hachem makes the call and sees he's lost to the 2 pair of Steve Dannenmann, who draws first blood in this heads-up match.
I would have checked there because I play scared, but Dannenmann correctly made a value bet on the river.
Team Dannenmann loves what they see, including Robert, Steve's brother. Jerry Ditzel still napping, apparently.
Both these guys work as mortgage brokers. Lon, can you give me the odds against seeing an all-mortgage broker heads-up finale here in the main event?
Just amazing. Team Aussie is quiet, and the money for first place beckoning each of these players.
Plus, both these guys were born in 1966.
Steve Dannenmann with ace-3.
Raise.
Offsuit announces a raise. The blinds are at 150 and 300,000. Dannenmann raises it to 700,000. Hachem was 7-3 offsuit. You play this short-handed even?
Not usually. Well, he can beat the 7 deuce.
Dannenmann with a 3-1 advantage as we go to the flop. The flop is 4, 5, 6. Hachem flopped a straight.
Well, now he can beat a lot of hands.
Oh, my goodness.
And he will check his monster hand.
Dannenmann with a straight draw. That's 700,000.
Plus $1 million.
And a raise of 1 million more.
I thought Hachem might wait, but he will pounce now. Dannenmann's got a real playable hand, up and down straight draw plus the ace high.
Dannenmann makes the call. Now we go to the turn. Hachem with a big advantage. It's an ace.
That's a disaster card for Dannenmann.
The best he can hope for is a chop pot.
$2 million.
Hachem is in a great position. He'll bet $2 million. He cannot lose this hand.
Unfortunately for Dannenmann, he's got a pair of aces and an up and down straight draw. He's really got to like his hand.
This guy's always laughing at critical moments.
And these are treacherous waters for Steve Dannenmann. You can see the percentages.
You having fun?
My God, it's a ball. $2 million. That's a pretty large bet for a young man of your playing ability, huh?
I'm telling you, Lon, these guys should move in together, and ABC has its Odd Couple remake.
If I raise $3 million more.
Dannenmann now announces a raise. $3 million more to play. And Hachem next to act, trying to figure out how to get the most chips he can out of his opponent.
He does want to double check to make sure he has that straight.
But we're being friendly. All right, stop. I'm all in.
Joseph Hachem is going to try to put Dannenmann all in. Hachem with the straight.
I'm all in.
And Dannenmann bites. Joseph Hachem has a straight and a title in the waiting.
Oh, the bracelet around his wrist now.
I got a chance.
Now not much of one. He can only tie this pot.
7 and 7 only.
Hachem trying to become the first foreign-born winner of the main event since Carlos Mortensen in 2001.
Hachem flipped the straight and then played Dannenmann perfectly here to the river.
Get that bracelet ready!
Paralyzing some of these Aussies.
Come on, Hash!
Wait. There's one more card.
Good luck.
Not over yet.
Dannenmann needs a 7 or Joseph Hachem will be our world champion.
And now our river card. It's a bomb! Joseph Hachem stands alone.
Good job, buddy.
The man from down under has reached the pinnacle of poker and will forever be known as the 2005 world champion.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Dannenmann lived every amateur player's dream in this main event.
Thank you, America!
Hachem turned 7-3 offsuit into 7.5 million. Pass the sugar.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Jerry got his wake-up call. Sir, you're a millionaire.
Short. Come look at this cards.
Joseph Hachem is poker's world champion. Let the party begin down under. When it began, he was just one of 5,600.
Yes!
But Joseph Hachem had the cards.
Pass the sugar.
He had the support. He had the game.
You got nothing.
And now he has $7.5 million.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
What does 7.5 million do for you?
$1 million changes my life, let alone 7.5. Everything's going to change.
His wife gave him permission to play in a poker tournament halfway around the world while she took care of their 4 children. Well, wake up the kids and wake up Australia. Your boy's coming home a multi-millionaire.
Apparently Australia has gone mad. And you know we're all sports freaks already, right? So if someone comes to America and wins the World Championship of Poker, they're going to go mental.
Joseph Hachem is the 2005 main event champion. For Norman Chad, I'm Lon McCarron. So long from the World Series of Poker.